I just got back from a workout and I just got ready real quick because I had an idea and I really wanted to put it to video. So, I could go back to when I first started putting real money into DeFi. There are three things I wish somebody explained to me. Not which protocol to use, not how to research the highest APR or where to find the best liquidity pools, although I know those videos do get the most views. It's not much different than people searching out for that 100x token that's supposedly supposed to go to the moon that never does. There's really three simple lessons that probably would save me money and definitely would have saved me from many mistakes. And the number two is probably the mistake I see people make most often when they start chasing yield within the DeFi space. I have been using DeFi for years now. Lending, liquidity pools, concentrated liquidity, yield farming, different chains, and different strategies. I've made many mistakes, but that's actually part of the stuff. That's what makes the process work. If you don't make mistakes, how are you ever going to learn? And that's why it's also really important to document your journey. So please understand that this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you anywhere where to put your money. These are just three lessons from actually deploying real capital into DeFi that I think every beginner should understand so they start worrying about those APRs and managing their risk. Now, the first one is simple. Do you understand where your yield actually comes from? If a protocol says something like something crazy, I don't know, they're paying you 50%, 100%, 500%, whatever the number may be, somebody or something has to be generating that yield. Now, I'm not saying that's not possible. We are getting yields like that right now over on MaxFi on Robinhood chain, but it's a new chain. There's a lot of volume. There's a lot of liquidity. Who's to say that that's going to last forever? Maybe, though, you're providing liquidity and there's lots of volume going to the pool of people, that people are trading. Excuse me. Maybe you're providing liquidity and traders are paying those swap fees. And it's just, there's so much more volume than the total value locked in the pool. Or maybe you're lending USDC and the borrowers are paying ridiculous interest right now because they really want to borrow that USDC to invest in whatever asset is the bullish right now. Maybe a protocol is given some kind of token incentives to attract liquidity. So APRs are going to be high as long as that incentive is in place, but it may not last forever. Or maybe it's a combination of several things I mentioned above, because here's the trap. APR is usually the first thing people look at. I've done it too, right? You see 300%, you immediately start calculating how much money you'll make. But you want to reverse your thinking, right? Instead of asking, how much can I make on this pool? You really should see the 300, 500, 1000%. And you should start calculating how risky this position is. And is the yield worth the risk, right? Ask yourself, why am I getting paid? Because if you can't explain where that yield's coming from, you probably don't understand that position well enough yet to have conviction and it actually help you stay profitable. Number two is know exactly what you're holding, right? This is probably the biggest one. Don't research the yield and ignore the assets that you're investing in, right? Let's say you find a liquidity pool, it's paying you 400%. Sounds absolutely great, right? But what are the two assets? Are you investing into S coin one paired with S coin two, and you don't even know who the dev is or the circulating supply? You were probably asking for it in that situation, right? So really, really, you should be asking yourself, would I actually own these assets? Because if you earn a ton of fees and then you discover like your yield farming assets that now have dropped 70% in price, that yield probably did not make up for that, right? Many people are just thinking, hey, I'm earning 200% APR, but what are you earning 200% APR on, right? So if you're providing liquidity with an asset that is weak, the yield may not be worth anything. This even gets more important if you're playing with concentrated liquidity, volatile tokens, and newer protocols. But you can check that out in other videos because my specialty is concentrated liquidity. So remember, don't just research the yield. You need to research the assets. Know the risk, And please understand that you're still going to want to, like, ask yourself, would I keep these assets if that APR disappears tomorrow? Right? That honestly is a much better question, in my humble opinion. So, if you're new to DeFi and some of this sounds super complicated, that's exactly why I built the free DeFi course over at Dad's DeFi Space. It starts much closer to the beginning with wallets, exchanges, risks, security, etc. And then it works you actually slowly into using DeFi. It's completely free at dadsdefispace.org. The link is in the description, or just consider joining our community over on the free Telegram group. I hope to see you there. Now, number 3 is something that I also see that's very important, and that is start small and learn first. What I mean is educate yourself. When I was within the UIG, as a member of the UIG, learned a lot within that group. One of the best DeFi communities out there they have thousands of members. But one thing I took from my heavy early days in the UIG was to use a small amount of capital, maybe $100 or $10 or $50, whatever you're comfortable with, and play with the DeFi protocols, whether that's Aerodrome or Orca on Solana or MaxFi, which is kind of the hot ticket right now. Your first DeFi position should never be your biggest DeFi position, right? Because when you're learning, especially when you're learning DeFi, you're not just learning about investing, you're learning about wallets, networks, bridges, approvals, and impermanent loss, just to name a few, right? But you're going to make mistakes when you're dealing with complicated new technology. So start with an amount that you can actually learn how these systems work, deploy it, watch it, see how much yield you're actually getting, where it's coming from, learn how to withdraw, deposit, and learn what happens when the market conditions begin to change. Then you can scale into your positions and with a lot less risk. This is how I operate in this space. So, this is the progression I want you beginners out there thinking about when you're making these decisions in the DeFi space. Understand, deploy your position, learn DeFi, and then scale your positions. That way, you're making your mistakes with a lot less capital, correct? Now, you don't want to do this like you shouldn't, which is see the high APR, FOMO into the position, and then deploy everything, destroying your portfolio if you made that mistake. There's a huge difference with this, so please take a screenshot of this graphic. And of course, you don't have to chase every high APR farm, and you definitely don't need to understand every single little piece of DeFi before you actually start. But you should understand your position. Just get your feet in the water, be safe about it, use small amounts, join educational communities and groups, and learn as much as you can. And, I'm curious about the people watching this who are already using DeFi. What's the biggest lesson that you learned the hard way? What's the biggest lesson that you learned the hard way? Because honestly, if you put that in the comments, we're going to have lots of beginner DeFi investors look through and learn so much from a video like this. But what was that biggest lesson, right? Impermanent loss? Did you chase that high APR? Did you bridge to the wrong network or, farm a rug pull? Or maybe you just got stuck in a bad token and it was just, crypto's risky. 99% of these tokens go to nothing. So put that in the comments, and because these stories actually help new investors, right? So honestly, if I could go back and give myself 3 pieces of advice before deploying my first dollar into DeFi, I would try to understand where the yield comes from, know what I'm actually holding, and I would start small, learn, and then scale my positions. The goal isn't to find the highest APR, of course. It isn't all the goal, excuse me. The goal is actually to build your own process and rules. That way you can repeat, you can follow, and you're going to keep your emotions out of it. So, process over prediction, survive first and compound second. And look, if this helped you, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're still new to DeFi, check out the free DeFi course below. That's probably the next best step from this video. And I have plenty of content on my YouTube channel, articles on Dad's DeFi space, and even on our, Web3 outreach out there. So remember, educational only, not financial advice. Keep learning. Go touch some grass. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.